about to get started here with game 2 of your Pittsburgh Penguins Elite 2012 versus the Philadelphia Junior Flyers. As we are set to drop the puck, start of the game, live from the York Ice Arena, rink number 2, here we go. We'll see if this game is going to continue some of the chippiness from this morning. I'd like to think it will and should, as long as everybody stays on the right side of things. Start of the game, you have Gunnar Morgan at center along with Cole as well as Gabe at forward. Finn and Reed back on defense. You have James Caton in the net. The Flyers getting a little possession here. Gonna get a shot. That shot is high. James saw it well, but it was not on net. Another shot that is wide. Odd angle pass. Pens get possession. Reed in the corner, flips it up to Gunnar. Gunnar has a nice bank pass up to Gabe, who gets it on net with the dump in as the Pens make the change. AJ, Gunnar, Reeling, and Leo is the forward line, still with Austin and Brogan back on defense. Flyers starting the game a bit like the Pens did this morning, with a lot of offensive zone time early, just like the Pens had. Pass up to AJ. AJ flips it out the boards. Gunnar, Reeling giving chase there, as is AJ. Nice block there. Ended up being a pass to himself. And that's an incredibly soft call to start the afternoon off. Not quite sure what we saw there, but the Stripes saw something. Looks like they're putting Gunnar Reeling in the box. My cameraman tells me, my research team tells me that there was a slight push, but it was definitely pretty light on my first glance. So the penalty play, or the penalty kill, for the Pens. You have Bryce, Kelly, Berkey, and Finn on the penalty kill, and the Pens get some offensive zone dump time here. In the last game, Pens gave up a penalty power play early in the game, but I believe shut down all the rest of the power plays. That shot is blocked by Bryce. Another shot wide. Misplayed there, but Bryce is able to get into the corner. Finn gives chase, and Bryce has the puck. Nice bank pass to Berkey. There's a chance with Kelly down there. That is a great pass. It was bouncing, though, and the goalie freezes it up. But a nice attempt there by Ryan to Kelly, who was streaking. Couldn't quite get a hold of it. It was bouncing. So you're going to have 37 seconds left in the power play for the Flyers. Pens have done a good job on the kill so far. Gabe and Tanner on the ice at forward. Reed and Brogan back on defense. Pens gain control and keep it in the zone. Reed gets it and puts it in. Flyers gain control. Brogan fighting for it in the corner. Does a nice job staying on his feet. Up to Gabe, who hits it up. It goes out of the zone. That's going to kill the penalty. So you're going to have Gunnar Morgan coming onto the ice with full strength now for the Pens. Nice skating there by Brogan on the reverse. Backhands it up to Tanner, who gets it across to Gunnar Morgan. Gunnar enters the zone. Have Gabe in the middle. Takes a shot, and that's a glove save by the goalie. Goalie for the Flyers. I'm guessing this is a different goalie than the first game. My research assistant and director of video operations says that it is, but good netminder work in the first game for Philadelphia. So Gunnar in at center, Leo and Cole at the forwards, Austin and Bryce back on defense. Good job there by Bryce to break that up. Up to Cole. That's going to be an ice. A little vanilla ice playing, getting some of the parents excited, not sure about the boys. Pens are taking the face-off in their own zone here. Gunnar Morgan wins the face-off, and Bryce takes it behind the net. Nice skating there by Bryce as he enters the zone with it. Gets it back over to Leo. Leo looking for a play here and spinning around, doing a nice job. Cole is able to keep it in. The Flyers gain control. Flyers exit their own zone there. Now enter the offensive zone. Austin with some physical play, and then Bryce cleans it up. Cole gets it over to Gunnar Morgan, who enters the zone. Gets a shot off, and that shot is stopped and then frozen. So now the forward line of Gunnar Reeling, AJ, and Gabe. Finn and Reed back on defense. With 11:42 to go in the first, your game is scoreless. AJ gets it up to the point. Reed gets it back in, and AJ throws it around the roulette wheel behind the net. Back up to the point at Reed. Gabe gets it in the zone there, up to Finn, who whiffs on that one. Looks like Reed's going to be back. It's going to be a 2-on-1 for the Flyers. And that is a goal. A fantastic shot. Right over the glove side of James. That was definitely a rocket. Tough one for James, but a good shot for the Flyers, and your score is 1-0 Philadelphia as the Pens struggles continue, and with that, another forward change. We're going to have Kelly and Tanner at forwards with Berkey at center. Reed and Finn are back on defense. The Pens have been struggling a little bit, but I think that it just takes one good shift to change things. They got to keep that mindset. That one goal could be the spark that they need. They've had a tough time the last few getting that, perhaps because I'm commentating, perhaps not. Either way, they need to make it happen here. I'd like to see some fire out of that bench. Berkey gets it over to Reed. Over to Finn. Some physical play there, but no calls. Brogan gets the puck as he changes. Reed gets it all the way across to Kelly, who gets it in the middle to Ryan, who's trying to get control of it, almost got it to his backhand. He gets a shot on, and it is blocked by the Flyers. Did not get on net. Ryan scanning with some good skating there, looking for an option. Tanner has it. Gets it back into the corner. Philly gets control. Austin with a good job keeping the wall secure there. Brogan up to Tanner, who enters the zone as the other forwards are changing. Tanner gets it in deep as Gunnar Morgan and Gabe come on to assist. Bouncing puck past Austin, who will go back to retrieve it. And does not pass over to Brogan, which would have been in front of his own net, and ends up Philly with control. Cole onto the ice as well, joining Gabe and Gunnar Morgan at forward. Gunnar is able to get a turnover there, and here come the Pens. Cole enters the zone, and Pens lose control of it there. Flyers with a little bit of a break here, and that was close, but was not a penalty. The toe drag attempt there by the Flyers almost worked, but did not. Ooh, Gabe with a block of a backhanded pass. That could have been a breakaway if it would have bounced the other way. Pens are close. They just got to get a break here, and then they got to capitalize, and I think things are going to turn around. Cole crosses the center line. He's going in by himself with a line change. Leo and Gunnar Reeling coming on. And there's battling down low with some big bodies. Gets it in front of the net there to Gunnar Reeling, tries to pop it in, but doesn't get much on it as the goalie freezes the puck. You're going to have joining Gunnar Reeling and Leo, AJ will come on for Cole. Finn and Bryce are back on defense. Finn's got to keep knocking at the door, and they need to be ready for that chance. Don't know what's going to happen, but that could spark everything here. Flyers win the face-off and go behind the net. Leo fighting for it. Gunnar Reeling, nice job taking that one away. AJ falls, loses an edge. Luckily, James comes out of the net and makes a tremendous play, picking up for AJ there, who fell. Fortunately, James made the really heads-up play. And that's a great shot by Gunnar Reeling. Goes over the glove hand. I think the goalie got a piece of it, so it was probably on net. But that James Caton play was a really smart play. If you're going to be aggressive like that, you got to be super aggressive. He was, and he got the puck before the Flyers got to it. Pens are giving chase here behind the offensive net there. Leo digs right in. AJ comes in and cleans it up and has some space. Looking for an option. I think he's going to bring it back out of the zone because he didn't really have anything. And now it fumbles between AJ and Bryce, and the Flyers have a breakaway, but a great save, great leg save there by James, who early on playing pretty well despite the goal by the Flyers. The Pens drop it in, forward change. Reed and Brogan on defense with Kelly, Tanner, and Berkey, a familiar line on the forward line together. Tanner in the middle, and there we go. Kelly gets a tip in. Tanner to Kelly. Let's hope that's a spark the Pens need to get going. They've been behind early in this stretch of games where they've struggled to get some W's, and getting on the board early, getting into a tie game, and then focused on getting the lead. That's the step here that they need to take. But a great pass from Tanner to Kelly, who cleans it up with a nice tip in right in front of the net. It feels like in the first game, some of those passes were going to the net, but nobody was there, or we were out of sync. But Kelly was there in the right spot at the right time. A very nice play. Clearly some chemistry there. That's going to be offside. Berkey wasn't able to hold up just enough before I think it was Kelly getting back on, maybe Tanner. But either way, a big goal for the Pens there. 1-1, 6:47 to go in the first period. Reed and Brogan are back on defense, joining the Berkey, Tanner, and Kelly line. Berkey ties them up, but the Flyers win the face-off. And that was a nice shot, but a nice save. Flyers win the face-off. A blocker save by James, who's seeing the puck pretty well. That's a fantastic glove save on a pass right out front and a short zone shot. James definitely keeping the Pens in this game with the glove save there. I love that he's playing that way. I hope the Pens can pick it up so he doesn't have to play that way. Gunnar Morgan, Gabe, as well as Cole on the forward line. Austin and Bryce are in on D. Bryce has the puck with some space. He gets it up to Gunnar Morgan, a fantastic pass. He gets it in the zone and drops it in as Gabe gives chase. Gunnar with a nice interception there. It was a tough pass. It was actually in the air when he intercepted it. Bryce and Austin are back, and the Flyers throw a pretty harmless shot that James blocks. Bryce behind the net with the puck. Gets it to Gunnar out of the zone, but here come the Flyers again. And Nelson's going to have some space. And man, that hit the inside upper left 90-degree corner of the net. It might have hit two pieces of pipe. They did not call it a goal. I do not think it was, but man, it was close. I think there was a miscommunication on defense there. That shot by AJ is frozen by the goalie. In the meantime, AJ, Gunnar Reeling, and Leo have come onto the ice on the forward line with Finn and Reed back on defense. Flyers win the face-off. But the Pens gain control. Finn gets it to Gunnar Reeling, who enters the zone, gets it over to AJ. AJ shoots a shot that goes wide. And a little bit of nice juggling there by the Flyers as it goes over Reed's head. But some nice skating by Finn. So he gets control. Exits as Finn goes forward. AJ drops back. And here come the Flyers. AJ goes behind the net, retrieves it, and gets it up the boards. Leo gives some chase, and he gets it out of the zone. Good job there. The score is still 1-1, 4 minutes to go in the first period. Nice job there by Brogan. As everybody is changing, there is a lost edge, but luckily it doesn't matter. And there's another whipped puck, so the Pens need to tighten some things up here. Right in front of the net, a pass, was not able to yield a shot. AJ gets control, gets it into the middle. That is intercepted, but a nice block there by James. Finn gets the puck, goes around over to AJ, who drops it back to Brogan, gets back to Finn. So the Pens are kind of reversing repeatedly here and struggling. But Gunnar Reeling gets control, up to Kelly. Kelly brings it up the wing. Flyers are back in a good defensive position. AJ's going to go off and change. And that was a little bit of a push, but no call. You're going to have Burkheiser, Kelly, and Tanner line on the ice with Austin and Brogan back on defense. That's going to be an ice, so the Pens will have an offensive zone face-off. On the face-off, up to Brogan, who fires it, and there's a kick save by the goalie, but good to get a shot there from the point. The more of those, the more pucks we can get to the net, the better, as we look to get this second goal and take the first lead of the weekend. Shot by Tanner off a stick wide. Berkey retrieves it. Berkey gets it up to Brogan at the point again, who gets it back down low. Kelly gets it. Tanner over to Kelly. Kelly up to Berkey, who is not able to get a full hold of it. There's some good defense there, but again, this line is getting the puck around the net, getting some chances, which is a good thing to see. Here comes Burkheiser up the middle, but the Flyers have 3 guys back, so not much going there. The Pens are able to gain control as Gabe comes onto the ice at the right time. Quick shot fired by Tanner. And the Pens are probably going to change some forwards here as Gunnar Morgan comes on for Tanner. Tanner fires it, but that's blocked by the Flyers defenseman. Pens have Bryce and Austin back, should be able to shut this down. Some good skating there and a pretty good shot, but James was there to clean it up in perfect position. So the Pens will have a defensive zone face-off. Gunnar Morgan wins that over to Finn, who gets the forecheck by the Flyers is pretty heavy and aggressive, so the Pens are going to need to get it out of their zone, make them pay for that, and so far the Flyers are calling a bluff. Over to Cole, who's streaking up the middle, a little bit of a 2-on-2, tries to get the corner and gets it in the middle. It's defended away there. Gabe was across the other side of the net. Here come the Flyers up the ice. Gabe with a nice interception and enters the zone, looking at a pass or a shot. Oh, and looks like that was a pass, a sauce pass in the air that the goalie or defender for Philly knocked it down, and it almost gave the Pens a shot on the net, but the goalie froze it. So with that, you'll have the forward change. AJ, Gunnar Reeling, and Leo come on. Bryce and Finn are back on defense. Gunnar Reeling taking the face-off, and he wins it, and the Pens gain control at least, up to the point to Finn. Over to Gunnar. Gunnar gets it close. Leo gets it back up to Bryce, who had come up into the slot for a shot, not able to get it off. A little bit of a breakaway for the Flyers. Finn is back, and that's a 5-hole shot that James stops with his stick. Definitely what was the aim there. That was looking for the 5-hole, but James did a good job cleaning it up. And with 40 seconds to go in the first period, the score 1-1. The D-men will change, bringing on Brogan as well as Reed. You still have the forward line of Gunnar Reeling, Leo, and AJ. Around the horn, Pens win the face-off. Leo brings it up the board just out of the reach of AJ. The Flyers should have 2 defensemen back, but AJ splits the defenseman, fighting for that one in the corner. Both Flyers' bodies are down. AJ is able to get the puck, and it looks like they're going to stop play. I'm not sure. I do not think there's going to be a penalty. I think that was just a good, hard play with 3 guys going to the puck, but let's hope the Flyers player is okay. If I had to guess, he is probably holding his shoulder, but he's up on his knees, so we hope it is not a head situation. With 22 seconds to go in the first period, the Pens regroup by the bench. Okay, my research assistant does think that might have been a head hit on the boards. Again, a collision with the boards, it looked to me, as 3 players going in. The referees didn't, nor did any of the fans. There was not a thought of a penalty, I don't believe, on that play on first glance. But let's hope the player's okay no matter. He's holding his arm a little bit, so maybe I am right. My research assistant is typically right, though. So, but as you can see, he's leaning forward, and let's hope he's all right. 22 seconds to go. The Pens will have an offensive zone face-off. Gunnar Reeling's going to take it with Leo and AJ, Brogan and Reed back on defense. Win the face-off. AJ gets it up to Brogan. Brogan dumps it down in, and AJ should be able to retrieve it. Gunnar Reeling gets control. Brogan fires it, and it's tipped, and it is bumbling around in front of the net. That was dangerous and a good play by Brogan to get it to the net. Good things can happen. 7 seconds to go in the first period. Depends, we'll get another offensive zone face-off. So Pens are knocking on the door. I think that second goal is going to be a pretty critical one for either team here as Captain Obvious makes that statement. Brogan fires it at the net, and that's going to be another save and another offensive zone face-off with 1 second to go. The clock operator really wanted that to be the end of the period, but alas, it's not. And that is the end of the first period. Score is 1-1. All in all, I think the Pens should be pretty happy they're tied in this game. They definitely gave up probably a few more chances than we had, or at least equal, but I think the Flyers had a really good period and hit a couple of goal posts and had some good opportunities. So the Pens are going to have to get better to win this game. Very clearly, the Flyers are here to play, as we saw this morning, and let's hope we can get it going. All right, start of the second period. Kelly, Tanner, and Berkey on the forward line. They had the goal in the first period, so let's hope that line can stay hot. Bryce, as well as Austin, back on defense. 1-1, 17-minute period starts now with the start of the second. Kelly gets it into the zone while nice play by Tanner, giving chase, getting control out to Bryce at the point. He's going to fire it. Nice block there by the Flyers defenseman. Nice physical play there. Flyers have definitely been a physical team. Kelly's able to slap it back up to the point to Austin. He tries to jam it in, but then is able to regain control with Tanner getting it, who gets it up to Kelly. Bryce is coming forward, joining Kelly and Berkey. Drops it back to Bryce, who's scanning. He looks in the middle, just out of the outreached arm stick of Tanner. Kelly and Bryce switch spots. He drops it back to Tanner, and Ryan gains control, gets it up to Finn at the point. Back to Ryan. Ryan gains control back behind the net, and he tried it. He got the puck up on his stick and at least got it halfway there for an attempt at the Michigan, which when you're behind the net and you have the skill to do it, it is a good hockey play, and he at least had a shot there. Nice job by Cole. The ref missed that one, and I think the ref knows it. I think the ref knows it because that puck never even got to the very front. The puck never even got to the front of the blue line. The ref knows it. I'm going to take it easy on him because we all make mistakes. My research assistant says the other referee had waved it off right as the one referee called it, but that was unfortunate because Cole had a head of steam and the puck, and that was was not offsides. Nonetheless, the Pens lose the face-off, and here come the Flyers. Cole and Gunnar Morgan and Gabe are in it forward with Reed and Finn back on defense. Nice job by Finn keeping that pass out of the middle. Gunnar Morgan passes it up to Cole, who takes it in the middle, and that's taken away by the Flyers. Good job by Finn getting that puck. Nice job by Gabe. He does a toe drag, but it gets blocked by the Flyers there. He gets it up to the point to Finn. Finn fires it at the net, but the Flyers are able to block that one as well. The Flyers are getting in the shooting lanes, doing a really good job blocking pucks, getting stick on stick. And right there, a dangerous play as the Flyers passed it, and actually James blocked it with his stick, but then it bounced off of our defender back at him. That could have been dangerous. So the Flyers, as I said, are doing a really good job blocking shots, both with their stick and with their bodies. They're getting in those shooting lanes. The Pens got to match that, but keep generating chances. Gunnar Reeling fighting for the puck in the corner there. Gets it over to Reed. The Flyers gain control, and now Gunnar Reeling gets it back. Some good skating there as he reverses it. He scans, looking for a play. He's going to hit it up to Gabe, who's almost, but I guess not quite able to get it over the blue line, so it remains in the Flyers zone. But now it is out as it bounces over the Flyer. Gabe pops it forward. Now Cole goes ahead. He's going to get a shot here. Nice play, getting that shot off by Cole. He turned the corner nicely, but the goalie made a good save. That was a good opportunity by the Pens, and it looks like we're going to have an offside. That was a nice play, getting a good shot attempt by Cole, who's joining us for the weekend and doing a fine job. So Gunnar Reeling, Leo, and AJ is your forward line. Austin and Brogan are back on defense. Gunnar Reeling wins it. AJ dumps it in. Gunnar and AJ give chase. Gunnar gets control of it. AJ drops back into the middle. Gunner's looking for an outlet, drops it back to Leo. He gets it down low to AJ. AJ flips it back to where Leo was. Nobody's home, so the Flyers will have it, but Leo's able to get in there as the Flyers kind of mishandle the puck, and Leo takes advantage. Nice move by Austin, who enters the zone, and that is a massive hook. And Leo continues very smartly with the play, as pretty much everybody in the rink knew that was going to be a penalty. And some of the players appeared to even stop, but Leo pursued the puck and got a nice backhand shot off before the power play officially begins. So this power play is brought to you by Sheetz. Sheetz is the gas station and convenience store of choice in western and central Pennsylvania. So the Pens have a 5-on-4 here, a minute 30, 12:58 to go in the second period with a tie game. Tanner, Kelly, and Berkey are on the forward line. Finn and Bryce back on defense. This is a big power play for the Pens. Berkey gets it down low. Kelly is down with it. He gets it up on the point to Bryce, who scans and changes directions. Down to Kelly, back up to Bryce, who's got a little space, but pretty far up there. Over to Finn. Get it. Berkey's down low, gets it in the middle, and a great shot on net. And we got a cleanup. So that was a Berkey to, I believe, Kelly on the shot, and Tanner on the cleanup. Forgive me if I got those numbers wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's what it was. So the Burkeiser, Tanner, and Kelly line, they strike again. That gives the Pens that second goal and a power play goal, brought to you by Sheetz. So that's going to be an important one in this game. As I've said, I think the Pens have, in this stretch, the last 2-3, coming on 4 games actually, have struggled to get a lead. And I think this is hopefully the start of them being more of a front runner. We'll see. Gunnar Morgan, Gabe, and Cole are your forward line as the Pens win the face-off. Reed and Brogan are back on defense. Reed takes it in. Nice move there. Gets an odd angle shot right in front of the net, and it is loose. Nice job generating a good offensive chance by Reed. And the forwards were there but couldn't quite gain control. So Brogan's shot goes wide while Cole and Gunnar Morgan give chase. And Flyers exit the zone. Gunnar and Reed are back. Nice job by the Pens getting stick on stick there, which made that shot by the Flyers go about 3 to 4 feet high, although it did have some power. Gunnar throws it up to Cole. The Flyers then gain control. Nice job by Reed coming up, filling the gap, and stopping that puck. And you're going to have an out of play and a neutral zone face-off as the Pens make a change. AJ and Gunnar Reeling and Leo come onto the ice representing the forward line. Austin, and Bryce are back on defense. So with 11:15 to go in the second period, the score is 2-1 Pens. Does feel a little bit dicey. They're fortunate, I think, to have the lead, but they have it and they need to take advantage of it. Here we go. The Pens win the face-off. And Bryce throws it up the middle, and it's going to be an ice. That was close to hitting Gunnar Reeling's stick and was a pretty good play, but unfortunately is going to be an icing. So the Flyers will have an offensive zone face-off. Gunnar Reeling takes the drop, wins the face-off, and gets it over to Austin, who reverses it to Bryce. And that was nothing but a very simple physical play, but the Flyers don't seem to like it, and in turn there's a offside by the Flyers. Every time Bryce makes a good, strong physical play, there seems to be a lot of calls for penalties, but hang on there, buddy. In a couple of years, that's not going to be the case. Gunnar's going to take the drop for the Pens. Neutral zone face-off. Gunnar wins the face-off again. The Pens doing a nice job here on the face-off. Over to Austin, who gets it up the ice just past Gunnar Reeling's stick, but that's not going to be an icing as Leo gets chase. AJ now giving chase as well. Leo and AJ muck it up, and the Pens gain control, or at least keep it in the zone. Now they're going to change. So the forward line of Berkey and Kelly, along with Tanner, onto the ice. Let's see if they can add to their 2 goals as a line so far. Tanner down in the corner. He flips it right into the middle. And a fantastic pass by Tanner to Bryce in the middle of the ice, who then goes backhand. That was a superb play by 2 players right there. Tanner made a pass. I believe someone was yelling at him, and he looked over his shoulder and dropped it back into the middle. Really a beautiful pass, and not often you see a defenseman come up to get that close to the net, but that was a great play. Bryce was not only able to catch it in close quarters, but then finished with a backhand. So the Pens now getting a little bit of momentum, just as I had hoped. They're up 3-1. This game has been tight, so there's no lead that's going to be too comfortable thus far in these 2 games, but unfortunately, that's an ice. But this is the first time the Pens have had a lead at 2-1. As the clock continues to run, it would appear that the clock operator has a hot date tonight and is in a hurry. There goes the clock. It is stopped at 9:54 after about a 7-second runoff. The Pens will have a defensive zone face-off with Berkey taking the drop. Flyers win it and attempt a shot, though it's a little bit wide. Tanner, a bump pass into the middle to Berkey, who's not able to handle it. It was a little behind him. Neutral zone battle here. Reed gets it to the red line and dumps it in. Nice play there. Berkey gives chase, supported by Kelly and Tanner. Finn comes up to muck it up. Berkey gets control on the baseline and tries to go at the net. Flyers get back control. So Tanner gives chase, but we got one forward line here that has all 3 goals, so they are hot today and doing a fantastic job. And Bryce also with a nice finish there on that goal. So let's hope the Pins can keep this line going and get a couple of the other lines going just as hot as these guys. Berkey gets it in the middle. The Flyers intercept that pass and are going to exit the zone with a little bit of a breakout. Finn and Brogan are back on defense as Berkey breaks it up and loses his stick, and the Flyers get a shot that James blocks. So you have Cole onto the ice with Kelly and Berkey still out there. So they're probably looking, Pins are probably looking to change here. Finn was able to muck that one up and get it up to Cole, who goes behind his back, and unfortunately nobody is able to get it. Kelly changes, Berkey waits at the blue line, and Cole's not able to get back on. A little bit of an awkward situation with the forward lines and where the puck was and needing a change. So there'll be a neutral zone face-off here as Gabe and Gunnar Morgan takes the drop along with Cole at the forward lines, and Brogan and Austin back on defense. Here come the Flyers as they enter the zone. Brogan does a nice job staying on the body and mucks that up. And the Flyers got a nice shot attempt there, and that rebound bounces right to them, and the Flyers are able to put it home. So that's going to be a goal. Score is 3-2. So that one ended up being a nice pass across the net. I think it was either blocked or stick hit it. It ended up being a change up, and it goes right to the Flyers with an open net. So the Pins are going to have to keep those types of high percentage plays from happening. The Flyers cash it in, scores 3-2 with 7:55 to go in the second period. Cole gets a little bit of a breakout as the Flyers lose control, gets it up to Gabe, who is not able to corral it in. A little bit of an outstretched arm. Gabe gets it back, though. Gets it to Taylor, who then puts it in the net. The Flyers goalie makes a mistake there. Tries to play the punt. Gabe is able to take it away from him, throw the quick pass right behind him to Cole, who's in the front of the net. The goalie's not able to get set. A great job there by Gabe on the hustle, challenging the goalie who came out of the net, and then Gabe makes a fantastic pass back to Cole, who gets his first goal with this Penguins team this weekend, doing a great job. So now with the goal, the Pins are up 4-2, 7:39 to go in the second. AJ, Gunnar Reeling, Leo at the forward line, Bryce and Finn back on defense. Nice bump pass by Leo up to Gunnar Reeling, who enters the zone, scanning. He goes around the net, gets it to AJ, who's scanning, gets it up to the point to Bryce. Bryce back to AJ. AJ does a toe drag and trying to get a shot off here. Does a backhand. The goalie blocks it, and it comes right back to him after hitting a Flyers defender. So this line also does a good job getting some pucks to the net, hoping for some good things to happen. And the puck drop there, a quick shot. Good job again on the face-off for the Pens. Face-off is won by the Flyers as they get it around. Bryce pops it back in, though, and the goalie ends up making a save. Leo gets chased. Leo with the shot that ends up going wide. AJ drops it back to Finn, who gets the nice sauce pass over. That was tipped by the Flyers player, but Bryce is still able to get control. Gunnar does a good job swapping with Bryce. He came forward, drops it into AJ. AJ behind his back, down to Leo, who's in the corner there. Gunnar gives support. Gunnar gets it up to Bryce. Bryce fires it. AJ at the net. And that's a tip! I think Bryce had the goal. AJ might have tipped it either way. That was a great play by Bryce. A shot with a ton of pace. And AJ was blocking it or tipped it. I don't know. I don't care. That was a great shot and a great play by the Pens. Bryce now responsible directly, or at least scoring points on 2 goals. A fine play there as the Pens continue to get some pucks to the net. So here you go with Line change after that nice play. The score is 5-2. You're going to have Berkey, Tanner, and Kelly in. Reed and Brogan back on defense. 6:35 to go in the second period. It depends when the face-off, and Berkey makes the pass up the ice to Tanner, who gets chased. Great hustle there, fighting for that puck. Flyers player kind of grabbed his stick there and fell down, but the ref didn't bite. Flyers enter the zone. Pens are in position. A harmless shot pass off the back of the net. Brogan's able to give chase. Up to Berkey, who scans, does a nice little soft pass. Kelly's able to touch it, so it won't be icing, and he's chasing it now. Not able to control it, but it was still a nice play. Berkey again with a nice pressure. And there you go. You have Berkey down below, fighting for it. Tanner, Kelly's in front of the net. Tanner across the net with a very high percentage, dangerous pass. Nobody's able to finish it, but still a good play. Berkey and Reed are down below, fighting for it. Gabe smartly drops back into Reed's position. Very important to make sure those defensemen have the confidence to make that play when they need to. Reed and Brogan are back as the Flyers come with a little bit of a 3-on-2, but Brogan does a good job staying on the body and nothing going. Although a pass right there in front of the net, the Flyers were not able to get stick on that, but it was definitely a high percentage pass, as you want to call it. So the goal is off the mooring, so play is stopped with 5 minutes and 12 seconds to go in the second period. There goes Mr. Burkheiser, Penn's #1 superfan. Bryce behind the net, scanning and reversing. Gets it across to Austin, who pops it up on a bank pass to the red line, and the Flyers gain control. Nice job by Austin, stopping that pass and bumping it right up to Gunner, who's got a little bit of speed with Cole and Gabe trailing. Gunner gets into the corner. That's going to be a trip. So the Pens will be on the Sheets power play. Sheets is our power play sponsor this afternoon for all Penguins power plays. There's a Sheets in our parking lot of our hotel. Our scoreboard guy, Zach Stahl, there, and the scoreboard on the ice. And this is a cold rink, I can assure you, with shorts, T-shirt, and flip-flops. Back to the face-off. Cole takes the face-off and wins it. Cole, Gunnar, Morgan, and Gabe are your forward line. Nice to see Cole there taking a face-off at center. Austin and Bryce on defense. Cole gives chase as it enters the Penguin zone. Gunnar behind the net with the puck, looking for a play. He wraps around. He's scanning. Probably didn't have it there on the shot, so makes the pass to the point, but unfortunately not able to complete it. But the Pens have time. Bryce has the puck. Bryce brings it up center of the ice, scanning with a sauce pass. It's probably going to be an ice. Unfortunately, it didn't hit the stick, but not a bad thought. So the forward change onto the ice now. You're going to have Leo, Gunnar Reeling, and AJ, Finn, and Reed back on defense. So 5-2 is the score. I believe at this point you have all three forward lines have been responsible for at least, or on the ice at least, for one Pens goal. That's a really good thing because that's when this team is at its best, when the scoring is coming from all lines. Gunnar Reeling wins the face-off, and AJ brings it up the net and chips it past the defenseman and gets held a little bit, but no call, not enough for a call. Reed gets it down low, but not able to. AJ's not able to get control, but they're going to call AJ for a hook. I think he got his stick caught in there under the arm of the Flyers player, so 22 will head to the box. So now the Flyers on the power play, brought to you by Wawa. Oh, never mind. My research assistant corrects me here. So my apologies. I'm doing not a great job here. 29 seconds left on the Pens power play. So you'll have 4-on-4 for 29 seconds, and then the Flyers will have the Wawa power play for about 1 minute after the fifth man comes onto the ice for the Flyers here in now 17 seconds. Collision there. I don't think there's any penalty, just a lot of bodies colliding there in the neutral zone. Unfortunately, Leo is down. He's moving around. I think 3 bodies collided there. Not particularly good looking play, so let's hope Leo is all right. He's definitely moving around, so hopefully it's a light injury, hopefully nothing too big, but we'll see. Definitely some big bodies there at center ice colliding. So there's 10 seconds left on what was the Pens Sheets power play, and then you're going to have about 1 minute of the Flyers Wawa power play after that with a true 5-on-4. Leo is up and back to the bench, and he's moving around. He probably needs a minute. Let's hope. The Pens have definitely had some injuries and a lot of sicknesses this year. It's been a tough year with the colds, the viruses, and normal injuries. So let's hope he's all right. Berkey takes the drop with Kelly, Reed, and Finn on D. And the Pens win the face-off, and Reed brings it in. Does a good job trying to get a good shot there on net. Nice job by Reed. Berkey's going to fire it. It's blocked by the Flyers again. Blocking shots. They're doing a really good job in general of that. So now you have 53 seconds of a true 5-on-4 Flyers power play. Nice interception there by Berkey, who flips it in, but it is intercepted out of the air. Actually, a nice play by the Flyers, who drop it. There's probably going to be a shot here, but there is not. So now they're setting up for the power play. Flyers have it down low as Reed and Finn remain at their post at the goal. The Flyers are being patient behind the net to the baseline. Swing and a miss, but still gaining control out to the point. Passes it across to the other D-man, who hits a nice shot, but James with the blocker save, low and away. 7 seconds left on the power play. And the power play is now extinguished. The Wawa power plays aren't as successful typically as the Sheets power plays, but this is a nice chance here for the Flyers. And James in position, makes a nice save, although he's out of the net. He's back into position as the 5-on-5 play continues. You have Kelly, Tanner, and Berkey forward line out there with Finn and Reed as we're back at full strength with 1:45 to go in the second. Dangerous pass by the Flyers, who mishandled the puck there, but get it into the zone. Gets it around the net. Flyers have maintained a solid possession run here through their power play, but the Pens finally get it out of the zone, and they're going to call it icing. At least the Pens will be able to catch their breath and get a change and hopefully get back into the mindset of being on the offensive. Not a bad ice there at all. So at the forward line, you have Gabe, Gunnar Reeling, and Cole, with Brogan and Austin back on defense with 1:15 to go in the second. We have a errant fan down there standing blocking the view. We apologize to our viewers. Gabe gets it up the wing and unable to get it in the zone, over to Brogan, who gets it in the middle to Cole. Nice little pass to Gabe, who fires it, and a nice glove save by the goalie. Gabe didn't really have much of a play besides take a shot face on with the goalie, and at this level, most of the time, the goalie stopped those pucks, unfortunately, but still, it was a good shot for the Pens, which is not a bad thing to get pucks on net. Face off. Ultimately controlled by the Pens. Gunner slaps it out of the air. Here comes Gunner, flips it over to Gabe. He fires it over the outstretched arm, over the glove of the goalie. Great play by Gunner Reeling, who gets control of the puck. It turns around quickly into the middle, and Gabe coming along. Great pass to Gabe. A little bit of confusion there as the Pens didn't go through the high-five line, which they should. We got to celebrate goals. They're too hard to come by. Got to enjoy those boys. But that was a great play, pass from Gunner to Gabe, and Gabe finished it right over the glove side. So again, a good run of pretty even scoring, with a lot of the forward lines contributing. The Pens win that faceoff, up 6-2, 36 seconds to go in the second period. Cole with some nice skating gets it to the net. Gabe not able to get a stick on it, but a nice play, a high percentage pass as I call them. Gunner gets it back up. Gunner Reeling to Austin, who fires it at the net, and Gabe I think might have got a stick on it, but it's blocked away. And with 17 seconds to go, this is probably going to be the last charge in this period for the Flyers, who are coming up. Not really much going on. Ties the toe drag. Austin shuts that down and gets that out of the zone. But wasn't quite sure what happened there. Oh, contact with the bench. Research assistant and director of video operations, Bobby Kinney, tells me that that's a bench interference. So it's going to be a neutral zone faceoff. 4 seconds to go in the second. So that's going to do it. That's going to do it for the second period. The score is 6-2. The Pens in the lead. A really strong period there. Early in the game, definitely dicey. I think the Flyers had control early, but the Pens have done a nice job generating offensive zone pressure and then getting pucks and players and passes to the net. I think in the first game, they had that offensive zone possession, but maybe weren't quite getting those pucks to the net in those high traffic areas with those high percentage passes and high percentage shot rebound plays. So the Pens got to keep it going. They're going to play this team again tomorrow morning, and clearly the Flyers are a squad that can score quickly, and the Pens need to set the tone, not only looking to win this game and tomorrow's game, but also continuing to score in a three-game set like this. Aggregate score doesn't mean anything on the standings list, I guess, but it does mean something in terms of evaluating how we played over the weekend. So right now the Pens are up 6-2. Start of the third period. Third period brought to you by FedEx. Gunnar Morgan taking the drop with Leo and AJ at the other forward spots. Finn and Bryce back on D. Nice block shot there by Bryce, who did exactly what I believe the players are taught to do, which is face up to the shot, close the legs, and face it head on. He blocked it with the shin guards. AJ with a nice forward pass to Gunnar Morgan. He tries to get it to Leo, but it's going the other direction. Gunnar is able to get control of it, and the Flyers get it back, and here come the Flyers, and AJ gets a stick in there, and luckily it doesn't turn into a penalty. The Flyers have it down low, puck in front of the net, and that's going to be a goal. That was a soft pass by the Flyers forward, and it really didn't get control. The Flyers player did not get control of that, but he's able to kind of hit it with at least his shin, maybe his stick, and kind of change up it slowly by James. So he got enough on it to get it in the net. The play on that one was definitely the pass. It was a good one. So that makes it 6-3 early in the third period. So with 14:21 to go, the Pens are up 6-3. For those of you keeping score at home, the aggregate score for the weekend is spot on. It is 7-7 through 5 and a quarter periods of play. These teams have been pretty even, so the Pens are going to need to finish strong here, head into tomorrow. Oh, wow, that one snuck in. A really awkward shot, and I'm sure James thought he had it on the blocker, but it stuck in. So that's going to be a goal a quick goal, 2 quick goals for the Flyers. So that's unfortunate, but James has had a good game. That one, he wants it back, but the Pens are going to have to make a push here, and looks like they're calling a timeout to try to get regrouped a little bit. Giving up 2 quick goals after having a really solid middle of the game. You don't want to slide back to that very early portion of the game where the Flyers were kind of in control. So the Pens call a timeout here, and Coach is probably trying to settle them down, but also, I'm sure, going over some specifics with them. But sometimes a timeout in those types of situations, calm everybody and say, look, we've still got a 2-goal lead. Let's get it back together here. Play some good hockey the last 14 minutes of this third period. The Berkey, Tanner, and Kelly line, which really got us going today, is on the ice now. Ryan's going to take the face off. Reed and Brogan are back on defense. Flyers win the face-off, but the Pens gain control. Nice hustle there by the Flyers as they gain control and get it up to the point, but they're not able to control it. You're going to have a 2-on-1 here. The defenseman goes over to Kelly, who's not able to get it to Tanner, but Tanner gets it back, gets it to the net, and it bounces up in the air, able to be glove saved by the Flyers goalie. But still, that was a nice opportunity. The Pens need to keep getting those, and I think good things will happen. Like I said, first game, my big observation, they weren't getting pucks to the net. They weren't getting pucks to those high traffic areas despite the zone time. Today, they're doing a much better job of throwing those passes, and players are there. 6-4, high-scoring game with 13:48 to go in the third. Gunnar Reeling takes the face-off there with Gabe and Cole at forward, along with Bryce and Austin back on defense. The Flyers get it out of the zone, and Bryce is able to gain control and does a nice job getting it over to Gabe, who kicks it in the middle to Austin, who brings it up. And it looks like we're a little offsides, a little out of sync there with the defenseman bringing it up. So you'll have a neutral zone face-off on the Pens offensive side. Gunnar Reeling takes a drop and wins the face-off. Gabe tries to get it back, but not able to get control. So I need to learn what a face-off win is. Is it the control or who gets it the direction of their team first? Either way, the Pens get it back, but it's not going to be icing. So it ends up it's in the Pens offensive zone. Nice play there by the Flyers defenseman. Although he trips, and now you got a little bit of breakaway with Gunnar Reeling, who passes it over to Gabe again, and Gabe roofs it. Just a great finish and a great pass by Gunnar. Those two have had a fantastic connection today. Gabe did exactly what he had to do in close quarters. He roofed that puck. Great play and a great finish. That puts the Pens up, extending their lead 7-4. Good to see the Pens rebound after that little 2-goal spurt given up there. So the forward line in right now is Gunnar Morgan, AJ, and Leo. Gunnar gets it up to AJ, who spins and gets it out of the zone and gets it in the middle. Flyers gain control. Leo giving chase. Good to see Leo looks to be all good after a brief spurt there. The Flyers get it. That's not going to be icing. It looked like it probably was. Some people yelling that it was. Reed gets it up to Gunnar Morgan. Gunnar's going to take it up the middle, gets it in, and looks like AJ was out of sync. I think it was AJ, a little bit of an offside. Wasn't quite sure if he was going to take it or pass it. So you're going to have a line change. You're going to have Berkey Kelly and Tanner. Pins lose the face-off. Here come the Flyers. Nice play by Finn, preventing a shot intercepted there by Tanner, but the Flyers get it right back. That could have been dangerous. Tanner had some speed with a flat-footed defenseman, but Kelly's able to get it up to Berkey with a little bit of space. He's on his offhand. He's able to get a backhand, but Kelly retrieves it, and Kelly tries to get it in the middle. It's blocked by the Flyers. Berkey gets back control, spreading out. Kelly gets it over, looking to get it to Tanner, had the slap shot ready to go, gets it over to Brogan, who does a nice job corralling the puck in tight quarters and keeping it back in. Tanner down low with the puck now. Flyers get control as Austin comes onto the ice on defense. And Gabe back onto the ice, who almost intercepted that. Didn't leave the zone. Back up to Gabe. It's going to be an icing. So your forward line is going to be Gunnar Reeling, Cole, as well as Gabe. Gunnar and Gabe have done a great job today. Some good passes. Pins win the face-off. Austin gets it up to Gabe, who tries to flip the defenseman, not able to do it. Flyers gain control. 7-4 with 11 minutes to go in the third period. Some nice play by the Flyers player, and a little bit of rebound in front of the net, and it comes loose, but James is able to put his glove on top of it. That was a dangerous play, but ultimately James is able to ice it, does a nice job there. He was already down, having blocked another shot, and was still able to get his paw on the puck there. So it'll be a defensive zone face-off for the Pens. 7-4, third period, 10:49 to go. Pens win the face-off, and here comes Cole up the board to Gabe. He can't quite handle it, gets it up to the Flyers. We take it backwards, trying to reset, but also giving the Pens time to reset a little bit too. And Gabe's able to knock it away. And here comes Gunnar Reeling, who makes the only play he has and gets it down low, goes and gets it, fighting for it, does a nice job, gets it over to Gabe, who's got space. Gabe fires it, gets it in the middle, it's loose. The goalie lays down. A little bit of extracurricular activities, but it looks like the goalie laid on top of the puck, and no confirmation that it's in. We'll let you know what Toronto says. With that, the Pens will change the forwards. Bryce and Finn on defense. Gunnar Morgan, Leo, and AJ in at forward. Gunnar wins the faceoff, gets it to Leo in the middle. Flyers players are there. AJ gives chase. Gunnar Morgan gets control of it. He fires it, and it's blocked by the Flyers. AJ has it in front of the net. And the Flyers gain control and exit the zone. Bryce and Finn are back. Gunnar gets control, gets it up to Leo. He gets it up to Finn, who's streaking. AJ gives chase, just out of his 6 reach. Bryce gets it across to Leo, who gives chase with Gunnar, as well as AJ. Looks like the Pens, at least AJ and Gunnar are changing. Leo does a nice job stuffing that puck out, fighting it. And here come the Flyers. Bryce and Finn back on defense with Tanner, Burkheiser on, and Kelly on his way. little bit of pushing there, but no call. Flyers going to have a nice opportunity here, but nice save by James. The first attempt, the Pens were able to muck it up, and the second one James was able to save. That was a push in the back there, but Penn was tripping, so they didn't call it. But definitely a physical game, and as long as it's called both ways, I don't have any issue with that, and I think most people probably feel the same way as long as it's safe. Flyers get control of it. Nice pass in the neutral zone. And Kelly, nice body right there, but they're going to call a penalty on Kelly. Kelly did a good job getting the body on there, but I think the shoulder being lowered, they're going to call him for the penalty. Tough call, but the Flyers, with 8:21 to go, are going to have another Wawa power play. The first one was unsuccessful, but this is going to be, at this point, a full 1 minute and 30-second power play. Tanner and Berkey at forward with Brogan and Reed on defense. Tanner takes the drop, wins the face-off to Reed, who flips it back around the net to Brogan. A nice play. He gets it up to Berkey, who just gets out of his zone, but Tanner's going to give chase and at least muck it up down here during the penalty kill. As the Pens get a little bit of zone time, Tanner loses control of it, and here come the Flyers. The Pens got two defensemen back. So it looks like Tanner was taken down, and there was a little bit of infighting there at center ice. I didn't exactly see it, but they are calling both Tanner and the Flyers player for penalties. I believe Tanner and the player were tangled up, and they both stood up and probably gave each other shoves is what I think happened. So they're both going to the box. So this will remain a 5-on-4 Wawa power play. Probably needs to be a neutral zone drop here. There's some argument over where the face-off drop should be, but it's going to be an offensive zone drop for the Flyers. Gunnar Reeling taking the drop there with Cole, and then luckily the Flyers mishandle that pass as Cole gets some chase. Reed and Brogan are back on defense. Reed blocks the pass there. Flyers with a nice pass, a nice shot, but that's just wide, and the rebound bounces perfectly to the oncoming Flyers player who fires it off the post. So a dangerous play there, but the Pens survive it as Gunnar Reeling gets it into the zone, which is going to eat up a lot of this power play time, which is a nice play. Again, continued physical play by the Flyers. And the puck harmlessly goes into the corner, and there's going to be an icing on the Flyers. So the Pens are in decent shape with 8 seconds to go in this Wawa power play to kill the Wawa power play for the second time today, making it a fruitless Wawa power play. Hopefully. So your forward line is now Gunnar Morgan taking the face-off, Gabe and AJ. And then back on defense, you have Austin. And then 8 seconds after that, we will probably be shifting a defenseman on. The Flyers win the face-off. AJ's able to gain control of it. And does a nice pass kind of behind him back to Gunnar Morgan in the middle, who comes into the middle and throws a backhand shot that's blocked. The power play is expired. Bryce comes under the ice along with Austin back on defense. AJ gives chase, is able to knock the puck away, so the Pens gain control. Bryce with a nice pass into the middle to Gunnar Morgan, who controls it, looks up the ice, and Flyers are able to get it back, but the Pens are going to get it back again. Bryce throws it back to Gunner, but the Flyers are there first. Flyers trying to get set up here, but again, we're back to 5-on-5 hockey. With 6 minutes to go in the third. Score is 7-4. The Penguins in the lead. Nice pass up to AJ, who bumps it up to Gabe as the forwards change. Gabe's entering the zone, allows some time for that change to happen. Berkey and Cole onto the ice. Cole is able to gain control, brings it in the zone, and gets it down low. Tries a pass to the middle, but blocked by the Flyers. Back to Reed at the red line. Reed takes it into the zone, does some nice handles there, and a Flyers player is able to get a back check on before Reed can get that shot or pass off, but a nice play. Leo is on the ice, and he gains control. He's got a head of steam here. He goes around the player, throws a nice backhand shot right at the goalie who blocks it and then freezes it, but a nice play to turn the corner, get a shot off there. You got Berkey, Cole, and Leo in at forward. Finn and Reed back on defense. You'll have a forward change. So you have Gunnar Morgan, Gunnar Reeling, and Kelly onto the ice. Gunnar Reeling going to take the drop. Into the middle, the Pens win the faceoff. Gunnar Morgan throws it deep to Gunnar Reeling, who sends it back around the wheel to Kelly. Kelly throws it in the middle and just misses Gunnar Morgan, but Finn gets the puck, shoots it, fires it, and it's going to be frozen. Nice little play there by the forwards and also by Finn to get the puck to the net. So 4:47 to remain in the third period. We're going to keep the same five out there, so Gunnar Reeling will take the drop of the puck. With Kelly and Gunnar Morgan, the Pens win the faceoff again. Over point-to-point pass. Finn tries to get it in the middle and keeps it in the zone, but now it's out. Luckily, he got control, but then he lost it. You're going to have a breakaway here by the Flyers. A 2-on-0, and they go tic-tac-toe for the goal. Really a nice play, and probably as tough as it is for a goalie to defend right there. But the Pens had the puck and tried to make some short passes and weren't able to execute those, unfortunately, and gave up the breakaway, which the Flyers did a really nice job on the passing there, finishing that. So the score is 7-5, high-scoring game today. 4:29 to go in the third. Nice play by Gunnar Morgan to intercept that as he enters the zone and drops it to Gunnar Reeling. Tries a toe drag, unsuccessful. Nice job by Austin. But the Flyers gain control, and Brogan's able to block the shot. Nice job by Brogan coming up the ice a little bit. Flips it up to Kelly. Kelly gets it into Gunnar Morgan, who gets it into the net, but the goalie smartly comes out and freezes it. So we'll have another forward change at this stoppage. Looks like you got Berkey, AJ, and Gabe. Berkey takes the drop. The Flyers win it. And they come up the ice here. Behind the net, Flyers look to come back out, throw it up to the point. Down low, scanning. And that is at the net and hitting some players, but fortunately did not get all the way there. And that's going to be out of play. So 3:17 to go. 3:17 to go, 7-5 is the score. Flyers are trailing the Pens, and we're going to have another forward change. You have Gunnar Morgan taking the drop along with Cole and Tanner. Excuse me, that was Cole and Leo. Should have said Brogan is back on defense along with Austin. Here come the Flyers. Ooh, close to being a push in the back, but not one. Flyers getting a little bit of pressure on the Pens here, and at some point probably going to pull the goalie, so it's going to be a busy final few minutes. But we're still at 5-on-5 hockey right now. The Flyers make the D-to-D pass. It's blocked. Still get a shot off, but luckily James is able to block that one with his blocker. Nice pass. Ooh, man. That is a shoulder, an awkward play with a shoulder into Leo there. Does not appear that they're calling a penalty, but unfortunately I think it was two players meeting at the puck, but not a good looking play. Let's hope Leo's okay. This has definitely been and continues to be a physical game. I think the Flyers are taking a timeout. So with 2:17 to go in the third, score is 7-5 Pens. It's going to be a busy final couple of minutes here, but hopefully the Pens can play solid defense and finish this one off. Neutral zone face-off with Gunnar Reeling taking it. Tanner and Kelly at the forwards along with Finn and Bryce back on D, and the Pens win the face-off. Gunnar Reeling has done a really nice job on the face-off today. Finn with the D-to-D pass over to Bryce, who banks it up to Tanner. Does a nice bump pass to Gunnar Reeling with some speed, who's able to get into the zone. So every time we can get into the zone at this point is a good thing. Flyers get into their own zone, but the Pens are back. Pass into the middle, but there was no Flyer there, and Tanner's able to knock it away. Nice job there by Finn getting control of the puck, and Tanner's able to pop it out of the zone. The goal is now empty for the Flyers, who now have 6 players on the ice. They're going to have an opportunity here, and they fired it. And that went just off the post. A great shot by the Flyers, but another post hit. It's definitely been a pretty even game today, but again, the goal is empty. The goalie is out for the Flyers. There's 6-on-5 action right now with 1:09 to go. Flyers have it at the point, get it to the other point.